My name is Marc Garcia, and I'm doing my speech on against cigarettes. Along with such significant social problems such as alcoholism, STDs, and racism, smoking cigarettes remains the number of most significant ones. Smoking is considered by some to be right, however, the choice is posed to others, especially when smokers light up in public areas. Medline Plus estimates that the United States will see 18,000 fewer heart attacks within a year if each state passes a complete ban on smoking in public places. In addition, public tax dollars would be saved. Taking these facts into consideration suggests that the benefits of smoking bans far outweigh the inconvenience those posed to smokers. Smoking remains a legal activity, and tobacco is a legal substance. Unlike alcohol, smoking tobacco does not make people behave inadequately. It does not pose immediate danger or health to a smoker or people around them, unlike a drunk person who can act aggressively or insulting towards others. However, smokers often have to leave an establishment whether they spend time smoking a cigarette, regardless of the weather conditions. By the way, where areas where drunk people are allowed to stay inside. Health disadvantages. The disadvantages of smoking far outweigh the benefits now where it is seen by then smoking effects on the lungs. The American Lung Association estimates that the cigarettes have 600 ingredients. When exposed to fire, the reactions create an additional 4,000 chemicals, many of which are carcinogens. When exposed to these tissues of the mouth, esophagus, and lungs, these chemicals can cause serious damage. This damage can lead to serious health problems, including insomnia and cancer. Smoking can also have a devastating effect on your cardiovascular health. It decreases your blood pressure, which can increase your chances of cardiovascular disease. Smoking changes the structure of your blood vessels that can lead to buildup of plaque and harden the narrow vessels, causing a disease called atherosclerosis. Smoking increases your likelihood of developing high blood pressure. The carbon monoxide inhaled from cigarette smoke interferes with the way of oxygen is carried by your blood to your organs, including your heart, which can lead to heart disease. Smoking also increases the chances of blood clots, which can lead to strokes. However, the lung is the main target of the smoke inhaled by the cigarette because it is in direct contact with the chemicals. One of the biggest and most publicized dangers of smoking is lung cancer. Smoking is the number one cause of lung cancer among these cancer patients. The Center for Disease Control said smoking causes lung cancer in 90% of lung cancer patients. Smoking is the most common effect of obstructive pulmonary disease, or CPOD, which affects the function of the lungs and how they deliver oxygen to the body. CPOD involves a change in the structure of your lungs and airways. Excuse me. The symptoms include shortness of breath, wheezing, and coughing, and sperm production. It narrows the airway, which results in difficulty breathing overall. When the airway is narrow and the lung tissue starts to break down, it is classified as insomnia. With this disorder, airflow does not improve with medicine. The only way to prevent CPOD is reducing what the body's exposure to its known causes. It also includes pollution. The biggest cause throughout smoking. 80-90% of people who have CPOD have it from a result of smoking. If you have asthma, smoking can increase the frequency and severity of attacks. Smoking diminishes lung function, so you may experience shortness of the breath with little or no extortion. Smoking cigarettes can also affect more than just cardiovascular and respiratory system. It is scientifically proven that smokers have been going blind after the age of 65, or at least it is a possibility. Smoking contributes to type 2 diabetes and improper blood circulation throughout the body, which can lead to amputation on either arm or leg. Financial disadvantages. Smoking can cause serious effects on your financial circumstances. In 2014, the average cost of a pack of cigarettes in the United States is $5.51. In some states, cigarettes can cost as much as $9 per pack. Other financial impacts include the loss of values in homes that have been smoked in, as well as any health or insurance bill associated with smoking. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable death. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that an estimated 443,000 Americans die every year from smoking-related diseases, including those indirectly affected. Secondhand smoke is a mixture of smoke from the burning of the end of the cigarette or cigar and what's what the smoker inhales. Even low levels of secondhand smoke are harmful. Secondhand smoke contributes to incidence of the ear infections and asthma attacks in children, increases and causes smoke-related diseases in people that have never smoked. More than 3,400 lung cancer patients die every year in the U.S. and are treated with secondhand smoke, according to American Cancer Society. Besides the negative health effects, smoking is expensive. Smoking a pack of cigarettes per day costs more than $5,000 a year. Even though smoking inducts effects can be reversed after smoking, some are permitted. The best way to avoid these risks is not smoking at all. Be started when you smoke. It is just not your health that suffers. Your family health suffers as well. Your loved ones can be harmed by the breathing secondhand smoke, which consists of mainstream that you may exhale and side stream the wax from the cigarette. Side stream smoke can be 4 times more harmful as smoke, according to 2005 analysis in tobacco control. Your family members haven't chosen to smoke, but are subject to the ill effects of the past involuntary smoking not only but many years into the future. Effects on future generations. The negative health effects of smoking are well documented, but new results suggest that dangers for pregnant women may have been far more reaching than previous beliefs. Scientists have found that grandchildren of women who have smoked when they were pregnant may have double the risk of developing childhood asthma compared to grandchildren whose pregnancies were smoke-free. Researchers led by Frank D. Gilliland of the University of Southern California analyzed data collected as part of an ongoing USC Children's Health Study. The determined 908 school-age children, 338 who have developed asthma by the age of 5. They reported in April issues suggest that children of women who have smoked or are pregnant are 1.5 likely to develop asthma as the offspring of non-smokers were. If both the mother and the grandmother smoked during pregnancy, it would increase the chances 2.6 times of the children of non-smokers. Most surprising, even when a mother did not smoke while she was pregnant, her child still developed the risk of developing asthma as a child from a smoke-free home if her mother had smoked during pregnancy. Even though you consume while you're pregnant, go straight to your child since it is its main source of nutrients in order to grow. If you're pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, the first thing you do is stop smoking. You will need to make sure you are confident about your ability to be smoke-free before you try starting to get pregnant. The way you can ensure that your baby will be healthy as possible. That way, so your baby will be healthy as possible. Recovering from smoking. It's never too late to quit smoking, but recovering from the effects of nicotine and tobacco is an easy process. Up to 80% of smokers who enter treatment for addiction don't want to quit using tobacco. Some people in recovery avoid quitting smoking because they are concerned about relapse. In fact, even experts feel that quitting smoking can make sobriety harder to achieve and sustain. However, recent studies have also shown that smoking cessations can help support sobriety, especially if you've already been sober for a while. A lot of it depends on where you are in your recovery when you make the choice to end your tobacco use. Just because you stop smoking doesn't mean your body will fully recover from the everlasting effects. It's a 24-year study of more than 400 people in treatment from opioid addiction that are on death rate among those who found the death rate among those who smoked were greater than 4 times higher than those who did not. In as little as 20 minutes, the last cigarette is smoked, the heart rate drops and returns to normal. Blood pressure drops and circulation may improve in as little as 1 day after quit smoking. A person's blood pressure continues to drop, decreasing the risk of heart disease from smoking, including high blood pressure. In this short time, a person's oxygen level have risen, making physical activity and exercise easier to do, promoting heart healthy habits. Around 3 days after quitting smoking, people will experience moodiness and irritability, severe headaches, and craving as the body readjusts. In less than 1 month, a person's lung function begins to improve as the lung heals the capacity and improves. From former smokers may notice less coughing and shortness of breath. For the next several months after quitting, circulation continues to improve. Just 1 year after quitting smoking, a person's risk of coronary heart disease will decrease by half. After 5 years without smoking, the body has healed itself from the arteries and blood vessels to begin widening again. This widening makes the blood less likely to clot, lowering the risk of a stroke. After 10 years, a person's chances of developing lung cancer and dying from it roughly cut in half compared to someone who continues to smoke. The likelihood of developing mouth, throat, and pancreatic cancer has significantly reduced. After 15 years of having quit smoking, the likelihood of developing coronary heart disease is equivalent to none. After 20 years, the risk of death from smoking-related causes, including both lung disease and cancer, drops to the level of a person who has never smoked in their life. When a person quits smoking, the body will start to naturally heal and regain the vitality of a non-smoker over time. However, each year of non-smoking decreases and improves overall health, making quit smoking an excellent choice for anyone who hasn't started the habit yet. It is never too late to become healthy again. Is it still worth it? We all know the risks that come with smoking cigarettes, but continue to do either way. Many families lose their loved ones just because they choose to smoke their lives away. Just for once, don't think about your family. What's best for them. Nothing is guaranteed in life, and death is a scary thing. Every cigarette, every pack, every single hit is one step closer to a shorter life. So take everything into consideration. Do you still believe it's worth it? Okay.